Hello students of class 8th. I hope you all are fine and safe. Today we will start our first chapter of history, that is a period of transition. In this video I will discuss the following points with you. They are: first is Renaissance, its meaning, causes, features and its impact. After that, Age of Discovery and Exploration. And after that, Industrial Revolution, meaning, its reasons, major invention and its impact. And lastly, imperialism, its meaning, causes and its impact. So let's get started. Now, what is the meaning of transition? Transition means a change of social, political and economic conditions. So it is the transformation, or you can say a change of social, political and economical conditions, and it was started by the name of Renaissance. So the Renaissance is the name given to the change of social, political and economic condition. And when it started in the early 14th to the late 16th century. Okay, so we can say that period of transition started from early 14th to late 16th century. Now the next topic is Renaissance, its meaning and its features. So what do you understand by the word Renaissance? Renaissance means rebirth or revival, or you can say a change. So a change of art, literature and learning. So it is the change of art, literature and learning. It was the cultural movement that began in Italy in Middle Age and then spread to the rest of Europe. So it started in Italy and after that it is spread to the rest of Europe. Renaissance had its influence on literature, art, science and architecture. So it influenced mainly literature, art, science and architecture. This movement represented a new spirit in ways of living and thinking of people. So after the Renaissance, the thinking of the people changed. Okay, now here are some of the features of Renaissance. First is humanism. In the medieval period, everything dependent on religion. People were taught not to think about the world but to concentrate on God. However, the Renaissance thinker believed that the human life in this world has a great importance. They came to be known as humanist. So the Renaissance thinker came to be known as humanist because they shifted the focus from godly affairs to human affairs. So in this period, people were forced to concentrate on God and all the superstitious belief. But Renaissance thinker changed this thinking and they told people to think of their self and stop following the things which were imposed by the leaders on them. Next is rationalism. Renaissance thinkers were very logical. According to them, everything had a reason and everybody has the right to question and ask whatever they feel. They refused to accept anything blindly, even the authorities of church. So according to rationalism, people got the right to question and ask whatever they feel rather than accepting things blindly. Okay, the next is scientific spirit. It is also very important feature of Renaissance. It gives the spirit to focus on the scientific implementations and conclusions. They did not believe on the superstitious belief. So people started thinking in a scientific manner and they did not believe on superstitious beliefs. Next is spirit of inquiry. You know what is inquiry, okay? It is the most important aspect of Renaissance. People now began to question, discover knowledge and explore the unknowns. This resulted in the discovery of new lands. So the people started inquiring about new things. They started gathering knowledge. Next is realism. Realism was visible particularly in paintings. Artists painted the actual beauty of the world and the grace of real man and women. So they also have started to believe on reality. Now here are some of the causes of Renaissance. What are the causes of Renaissance? First is fall of Constantinople. In 1453 century, the Ottoman Turks attacked and occupied Constantinople, which was the famous center of learning. Many Greek scholars fled and took shelter in Italy. As a result, the University of Venice, Milan and Florence of Italy became important center of education. So the Turks attacked and occupied Constantinople, which was famous for learning. So many Greek scholars fled and settled in Italy. As a result, Italy became important center of education. Now the next is rise of new nobility. An increase in the trade led to the emergence of new class of nobles. Actually they were the merchants. So the increase in trade gave way to the emergence of new traders. They started coming in the country for trade and doing business. Next is discovery of new routes. Due to the fall of Constantinople, trade was hampered. So in order to ensure profitable trades, new routes were discovered along with new lands. Next is crusade. Crusade, it was the religious war. Okay, it was the religious wars between European Christians against the Muslim and Muslim Arabs. Okay, so it was the war between Christians and Arabs. The Arabs were scientifically advanced people, so the contact with them led to the spread of knowledge to Europe. It also led to the growth of trade in Europe. So these wars led to the spread of knowledge and trade in Europe. Now the next is invention of the printing press. Most important cause of Renaissance was the invention of the printing press. Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press and accelerated the Renaissance movement. Printing helped in the spread of ideas in the different part of the Europe. Translation of the Bible and other important books made people aware. So earlier, scriptures were only written in Latin and common people were not able to understand it. But with the translation and printing of these scriptures, it went into the hands of common people. So now they were able to read it and understand what is right and what is wrong. Now the next topic is impact of Renaissance. What are the impact of Renaissance? First is literature. Renaissance led to the development of modern languages like Italian, Spanish, French, English and German, etc. Earlier books were only written in Latin, as I told you earlier, which were not understood by every section of society. After the period of Renaissance, Latin was slowly replaced by the modern languages. Some of the renowned writers of Renaissance period were William Shakespeare, Dante Alighieri, who wrote Divine Comedy, Francis Bacon, who wrote New Atlantis and Novum Organum, Martin Luther and Geoffrey, who wrote Canterbury Tales. So these were the famous writers of that time. Now the next is art. Impact of Renaissance is, next topic is art. First is literature and second is art. There were many famous artists of this time. They are as follows. First is Leonardo da Vinci. He was a great painter and scholar of science. His paintings Mona Lisa and The Last Supper are regarded as the two masterpieces of European art. So they were the most famous painting of that time. Michelangelo, he was the painter and sculptor. Who is a sculptor? A man who makes statues. Okay. Some of his well-known works include fresco paintings on the ceilings of Sistine Chapel in the Vatican, the statues of David and Moses, etc. His paintings The Last Judgment is regarded as the most famous painting of the world. Now the next topic here is discovery and exploration. There were some important explorers like Magellan, Columbus, Vasco da Gama, Marco Polo, who explored the various places of the world. They discovered many countries like Christopher Columbus explored and discovered America, Vasco da Gama explored India. Now now the question here is why they explore and discover these countries? Because the main motive of these explorers were to gain wealth, gold, silver, spices. They wanted to increase the power of Europe, increasing the opportunity of trade and to build European empire in different parts of the world. Now next here is Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution began in England, okay, in 18th century and later spread to the other part of the world. Now what are the causes of Industrial Revolution? First, the enclosure movement. Let us understand what is the enclosure movement. In early 18th century, Britain was the agriculture society. 80% of the land was under farmers and only 20% were under the weak landlords. So 80% land was under the farmers that time and 20% was under the landlords. Okay, landlords could increase the production, but they had only 20% of land. So the British government passed an act. What was the act? In this act, the landlord can buy the 80% of land. So now this 80% land were under the landlords and they increased the production by introducing new machines and techniques. So this is the enclosure movement. Now next is availability of coal and iron. You know, a fuel is needed to run any machine. Now there were plenty of coal and iron available as the fuel to run the machines in the country. Next is transportation. Steam engine invented by James Watt helped in carrying both goods and people from one place to another. Now there were some more important inventions of that time. Like there were many new inventions which took place during this period of revolutions, like the steam engine, as I told you, was invented by James Watt. Joseph Aspdin patented a chemical process for making Portland cement. Glass making was introduced by the Chance brother. Paper machine was patented by Nicholas Louis Robert, and etc. There were many more inventions. I have not written all of them. So what were the impact of Industrial Revolution? Now let us study about the impact of Industrial Revolution. Clothes and consumer goods became affordable due to the mass production. So the production of clothes and consumer goods were increased, so they became very affordable for the people. Second, standard of living of the people improved because now they have started working, and both of the men and women were started working in the factories for their living. So it enhanced their standard of living. Cities developed into slums because of workers coming from the villages into towns, and they started residing in the city and created a slum. Now the last topic of this chapter is imperialism. Let us understand what is imperialism. Imperialism means to extend a country's power through military and diplomacy. It also has been defined as a policy of extending a country's power and influence through colonization through use of military force or other means. So in simple words, imperialism means to increase country's power by acquiring any other country forcefully by the use of military and other means. Okay, now there are impact of imperialism. One positive impact and one negative impact is there. First of all, positive impact. For positive impact is spread of Western education. So it spread Western education in that countries and introduction of technology. Okay, various new technologies introduced in the country, and the negative impact is over exploitation of the colonies and outbreak of world war. So the country was exploited by these rulers. Okay, and there was the outbreak of world war. So students, this was the content of your chapter. Now I want you all to go through this video again, and after that write the hard words exercises along with question answers in your history copy. Thank you.